Hi, beautiful people. Just wanted to connect with you today to share with you my COVID story. So we all have our own unique situations, and I've had quite a number of people reaching out to me to ask me about what is it that I did when I got COVID, and I thought this would be a great opportunity just to share this on a video. This is what I did for myself. These are protocols that I had done some research on, and things that I just innately know for myself. So I'm not a doctor. I'm not saying that anyone should do this. You should definitely consult your doctor about these things, and but I'm going to share with you my perspective and my story of the things that I did. So first, I just wanted to start with just talking about immune system and immune function, and this is really important to understand that, you know, we need to embark on a lifestyle change, right? So if anything, COVID has pointed to us that we are not as healthy as we possibly could be in order to deal with something of this nature, right? And so it's important to address that first, right? So if if you eat foods that contain chemicals and toxins in it, that is going to affect your body. It's going to affect the cells of your body. If not today, not tomorrow, possibly in the future, right? So what we do today is really about setting us up for tomorrow, or for when those situations arise that we really need to be in tip-top form in order to combat diseases such as these that we're experiencing right now. Now, of course, there are some healthy people. I have friends who were struck down quite hard, and so there is another nature to this that's unfolding. You know, if you have any genetic predisposition, something in your DNA that might make you sicker, it wouldn't matter if you were healthy or not, right? But certainly being healthy will help you to rise above, right? So let's just talk about that. What does that actually mean? So, when we talk about chemicals laden in our food, it's meaning like the pesticides, the herbicides, and the glyphosate, right? So glyphosate is sprayed onto on all kinds of foods, including grains, right? Soy, corn, wheat. And so if you're consuming those foods on a regular basis, you're going to be adding those toxins into your body. And it takes a long time to filter that stuff out, right? And then if you add on processed foods, on top of that, if you're not eating whole foods and fresh vegetables and fruit, then you're also going to, not be getting the kinds of nutrients that your body needs, all the vitamins and all the minerals, but you will be consuming, again, more toxins into your body. So it's really important to get, lots of fresh food into your body, right? And and as much as you can, organic, and make sure that you really wash your vegetables and fruit. Do a good vinegar wash. You can even do a peroxide wash, taking off the molds and the parasites, because that's also affecting our health and not allow us to be the best version of ourselves. So that's one thing to think about, right? Are you getting enough fresh fruits and vegetables? And are you eating a lot of grain, right? So, and what kind of grain are you eating? Can you cut back on that? Even, we say brown rice is healthy, but if you look at the arsenic levels in brown rice, where it's actually grown, if it's grown in California, there is a lot of toxins in the soil there. So you need to be mindful of where you're getting the food, and then choose, what's going to give you the best the best medicine in terms of food, right? So we're thinking more prevention than anything. So I know it's a lot to think about, but now is the time to shift and change, right? And it looks like this is not going away right now. So we need to take action. Really look at our bodies, see what we're putting inside of our bodies. We also need to think about the water that we're putting into our body. Is the water alive? Is it city water? Has it been processed? Has it been stripped of all of its nutrients, right? So water is really essential to our vitality. Like, we are made up of mostly water, and if we're not drinking it, or if we're drinking chemicals in it, so if there's like fluoride in your water, if you're drinking city water, there's all kinds of chemicals, from birth control pills to all kinds of prescription medicines, and this is well known, and it's a troubling problem that countries are don't know what to do about it. So that's it. So you try to find a source of water. If you can get spring water, that's obviously the best. Whenever I go back to Canada, my good buddy takes me up to this beautiful spring, and it really is glorious. You just taste the vitality and the aliveness of that water. So some things that you could be doing is getting reverse osmosis water and then adding in your minerals. So you might want to get something like this, trace minerals. This is a new thing that I've discovered. This here, it has fulvic and humic ionic trace minerals, so you're getting a little bit of the earth minerals, and this is also good to put into your water. My kid loves it. He puts it in. He likes the fact that it turns his water black, so it's a good way to get it into your body. The other thing is to think about what you're putting onto your skin, right? So if you are using skin and hair, if you're using chemicals, especially things that are laden with parabens and sulfates, those will also affect your immune system. Like, your skin is actually an extension of your immune system, right? So as you're detoxing, you will be detoxing out of your skin, right? So we need to, whatever comes out of our skin also gets absorbed into the skin. So it's really important to only put natural products onto your skin. So, natural oils, coconut oil is a great one, almond oil, there's plenty of options out there. If you want it scented, you can add essential oils to that, and that's a far better way to go than sticking lotions and potions that are just full of preservatives and chemicals in there. The other thing is your mental state, right? So that is the other component of affecting our immune system, right? So if you're in a good state of mind, you have good positive thoughts, you're feeling good about life, that's also going to elevate your immune system. And we don't really think about that very much, right? So if we're in a really dark state, if we're really negative, we're seeing life as half empty, we really need to pick ourselves up, and with meditation perhaps, maybe you need to exercise to help lift the dopamine, all the happy hormones, to get you up and elevated. Maybe you need to reevaluate your relationships in your life. Maybe there are just people who are draining you and that are toxic. So maybe you just need to do an overhaul and bring in people who are going to really support you in being your true authentic self, right? So that is a really important component into also being healthy. And lastly is just, exercise, right? Fitness. God knows this has been my life, right? I've been obsessed with health and fitness my whole life. I've known exactly, what I wanted since I was a little girl, and I was that strange kid who didn't eat chocolate bars and chips in junior high school. I was very strict with myself because I wanted to become a dancer, and it was all about being healthy and doing things that were going to improve my body, right? So improve the efficiency of my body, and this will really trickle into all parts, right? Your inflammation will go down, your brain focus will be better, and you'll just be a happier person and a better person to be around, right? And you will you'll have more of a sense of connection and purposefulness. So yeah, so that's it in a nutshell. I can go on in more detail about certain things that when you're shopping. I could do a separate video on that. If you're interested to find out more information about that, just put in the comments, and I'm happy to reach out. And otherwise, try to think about that for you and your family. You have to think of that your immune system is like, it's like a web, right? It is connected to the other people that are living in your family, right? So the people that you're sleeping with, right? Your kids and your partner, you are all connected, right? We're breathing all the same air, we're eating the same foods. And you want to think of that, how you're connected. So if you have a partner that doesn't eat well, that doesn't take care of themselves, and you are falling into those bad habits, something has to change, right? You need to make the change and get the other person to understand that it's a cooperative effort and you're improving your immune system all together, right? So usually if someone gets sick in the family, another person will get sick too, and it kind of trickulates from there. So you need to think of it as a group effort, right? Just like this is a community effort to raise the level of consciousness, to become more healthy and fit, right? So I just continue to drink my green juice. And thankfully my kid loves green juice and my partner loves green juice. In fact, it's really funny because he didn't even know what kale was before he met me. And he was always really fit from being in the military, but he learned a lot about healthy eating from living with me. So it really trickulates around. So just start the change, be the change, and you will see how that will help those around you. So in terms